In the age of rapid change of telecommunication and technology, different ways of communication have been developed in order to support the advancement of telecommunications technology. And this leads to the competition of telecommunications service providers to deliver the best quality of services on either mobile, fixed line, public payphone, or internet services, with the purposes to meet their customers' satisfaction as much as possible. In spite of an increasing demand of consumers for telecommunication services, the consumers, however, have faced many problems from using the services, as well as unfair services. One reason, among others, resulted from the consumers' lack of knowledge, either understanding of their rights or channels for lodging complaints when facing the problems from using telecommunication services. Moreover, there has yet been no tangible and systematic resolution in the long term provided by the telecommunications service providers. The National Broadcasting and Telecommunications Commission, or NBTC, is an independent regulatory body established under the Act on Organization to Assign Radio Frequency and to Regulate the Broadcasting and Telecommunications Services, 2010. With its power and responsibilities to regulate broadcasting and telecommunications businesses, its main duties are to assign radio frequency and regulate the broadcasting and telecommunications businesses in Thailand. The NBTC, which consists of 11 commissioners, has been divided into two commissions: the Telecommunications Commission, or TC, who regulates telecommunications services on behalf of the NBTC, and the Broadcasting Commission, or BC, who regulates the broadcasting services on behalf of the NBTC as well, to ensure that the consumers can use the telecommunications services efficiently. The TC and the Office of the NBTC have focused on the implementation of the strategy in consumer protection in telecommunications and guidelines stipulated in Telecommunications Master Plan Number 1, 2012 to 2016. By promoting consumers' awareness of basic consumers' rights in telecommunications, utilization of technological advancement, as well as channels for lodging complaints arising from the use of telecommunications services, encourage the telecommunications. In addition, the NBTC has established a bureau, namely Telecommunications Consumer Protection Bureau, in 2012. To be responsible for every matter related to consumer protection, such as developing complaints handling procedure, developing criteria, measures, notifications, or recommendations concerning consumer protection in telecommunications. This includes raising consumer awareness, promoting consumers' rights in telecommunications, telecommunications mediation between telecommunications licensees and complainants, disseminating useful information such as information on consumer rights, channels for lodging complaints, utilization of technologies and telecommunications, etc., to the public and consumers. Moreover, a number of meetings, seminars, and workshops have been organized in order to develop guidelines for the better consumer protection in telecommunications. responsibilities on complaints handling and consumer protection in telecommunications can be grouped into four main tasks. Complaints handling, alternative dispute resolution by means of mediation, policy development, and consumer awareness promotion, and consumers network promotion and data processing. 1. Complaint handling process. Any consumers who have problems in using telecommunications services can lodge the complaints to the Telecommunications Consumer Protection Bureau, or TCP, through various channels provided such as telephone, letter, email, fax, or hand in the complaints at the TCP. Information and documents related will be collected and recorded in the Customer Relationship Management or CRM system and filed as evidence. Then, the TCP will send the copy of complaints and documents concerned to the complained service providers for resolving until it reaches the conclusion or solution. The complaint handling process also includes providing information and advice on the complaint lodging process to the complainants. 2. Alternative dispute resolution, mediation. Apart from the traditional complaints handling process, the consumers can opt for the telecommunications mediation process, which is alternative dispute resolution, or ADR. The highly qualified and neutral mediators will help mediate the dispute between the complainant and the telecommunications service provider so that both parties can come to an agreement. The task on mediation also includes promoting and disseminating the mediation process, making statistical report, assessing the result of mediation to be published on website, and coordinating with other related organizations. 3. Policy development and consumer awareness promotion. In addition to the complaint handling and dispute resolution processes mentioned earlier, the NBTC has performed other activities by focusing on solving the root of problem or taking prevention approach by promoting consumer awareness in telecommunications, which is in line with the strategy on consumer protection in telecommunications. To help making the consumers understand their rights in using telecommunications services, the Office of the NBTC by TCP has published information concerning consumer rights and channels for lodging complaints through various medias in order to educate consumers about their rights in telecommunications. 4. Consumer Information Network. In order to protect consumers in telecommunications and promote the consumer's rights, the Office of the NBTC by TCP has also coordinated with many government agencies and consumer organizations to co-support and protect telecommunications consumers nationwide, as well as effectively promote consumer awareness in telecommunications through disseminating information in various forms of publication. In addition, the Customer Relationship Management, or CRM system, has been developed to support the complaints handling, data collection, analysis, and processing, as well as statistical data reporting, which leads to the development of policy and the efficient consumer protection in the future. Situation on telecommunications complaints. Since the establishment of the TCP in 2012, the statistics of complaints received by the Office of the NBTC in 2012 has shown that there were 2,261 complaints, and mobile services were the most of complained issues, which has accounted more than 75% of the total complaints. The most frequent issues were validity of prepaid mobile services, billing accuracy, SMS spam, international roaming, quality of services, standard of services provision, channels for lodging complaints. Consumers who suffer from the use of telecommunications services have the legal rights to file a complaint directly to the telecommunications service providers or operators through various channels provided. The received complaints must be resolved within 30 days, and the complainants must also be informed of the result of the resolution. If the complaints received by the telecommunications service providers have not been resolved in the given period, or delayed, or inability to find a settlement, the complainants can file the complaints to the Telecommunications Consumer Protection Bureau, Office of NBTC, through the following channels. Channel 1. Lodging a complaint via telephone or fax. Call Center, NBTC, 1200, extension 1, free call. Fax, 02-279-0251. Channel 2. Lodging a complaint via email, tcp.service@nbtc.go.th. Complainants can search for more information at the NBTC website. worldwideweb.nbtc.go.th or Telecommunications Consumer Protection Bureau's website, tcp.nbtc.go.th. Channel 3. Lodging complaints by letter. Send a letter or lodge the complaint in person at Telecommunications Consumer Protection Bureau, Office of NBTC. In addition to the completed complaint form, the complainant must attach a copy of ID card or other identity cards and documents concerned such as invoice, receipt, etc. In case of filing a complaint through sending letter or email, the complainant must clearly explain the nature of the problem and the request or purpose to be asked the telecommunications service provider to resolve or redress. Don't forget to include your name, contact address, and telephone number. It is therefore the challenging task for telecommunications regulator to make balance between encouraging the telecommunications operators to provide their services with good quality and fair price, and protecting consumers to be unexploited by the service providers, and understand of their rights in using telecommunications services so that they can use the services effectively.